Was Jay always like this, or was Rich always like this?
I think it's
I
both.
think it was Rich.
I think it's both.
Rich blowing up like he is right now.
Rich is blowing himself up like a tornado. Like he's just literally crashing through like
Oh, I
his
thought you
entire
meant
life.
size. My bad.
Oh, I mean, Rich is also. I would declare him an F5 just from the sheer like weight.
All right, so I put this like right at the beginning. Is that where we want to start with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to go slightly faster or?
Yeah, 1.5.
The 1.5? Okay.
Yeah, that way we get.
Yeah, put it on quartering speed.
All right. Rich speed. Here we go.
Man, I am just fucking stoked. I just can't believe it. He actually put it in there. And then Rich is like denying it.
How is everyone doing today?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to just say this right off the bat. This is going to be a short stream. I have golden hair. I see that. Sorry, wait. Is that too loud? Is this too loud, the anthem? Okay, let me fix that. Let's fix it.
My intro is better.
I mean, it's actually
There we go.
inspired
That better?
me.
Listen, I'm American now.
What it inspired me with, I
And
can't say.
that's my new theme.
Congratulations.
Okay, so today's been interesting. Today's been very interesting. How's everyone doing today? Today is a Sunday. If you're watching the VOD, which I'm suspecting a ton of people are going to be watching this, first and foremost, please come back to me. Come back to me and get in the Discord. Because we got a lot of good people in the Discord. As you guys know, we tried to...
I've heard he's begging.
We tried to really create a community over there in the last 5 months, and we actually did. Yes, I'm e-begging right now. Please come in the Discord where I'm e-begging. Please, please. I'm begging you to go in my Discord. And also send me memberships, send me donations and tips, send the link to your mother, send it to your grandmother. The contributions are really low so far. I've been here for 5 fucking minutes. This is disgusting.
Oh, the cream hole is strong with this one, chat.
Jacob, what's going on? We got, let's see here. Mystery says you're doing really well on your own. That's why you don't need to be Rich's editor again, which obviously I never would be. Sexy Coco said.
That was a little sneaky.
Apparently, Rich said in his stream that you will be streaming with him in the future. I had people asking me if this is
Can we get a tally
true.
of what side Jay's on now again?
He's pro Rich going into this stream. Like, they're buddy on the same side, actually been quote tweeting each other.
I'm sorry, it swerves more than WWE, and I can only, my brain only cares about wrestling when it comes to this kind of shit.
I mean,
So, like,
from the beginning of the drama, I'd say it's been about 3 full turns.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
being against him, then being back, then being against, then
He's
being
literally
back,
had an
and now
entire-
he's against him again.
he's had an entire wrestling career feud for, like, you know, like, he matched John Cena's entire fucking feud with Undertaker in, like, 3 months.
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
it's all...
I think he's on his 3rd actual round of like heel on Rich's side, if I count it right.
This turns out to be a work. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he can literally just like, haha, Rich, I was stringing you along. You know, this is what you do to everybody else.
He just
Yeah.
had, like, a face turn.
Well,
and
here's the
just,
thing.
like,
He kind of
fucking kicks him in the throat.
pissed off the casino boys a bit too. I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, not to the fucking point. It's just that, like, where they're willing to completely dump him off on, like, the subject. But if he does, like, another 1 or 2, he's pretty much cooked himself.
Oh, he's already cooked himself in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not with Andy yet.
No, not with them, but yeah.
I don't know, though. Andy seemed really freaking sick of it. Like, it's like he was like, come
Well-
on, like, actually have a spine. Like,
When you do go through the throes of this kind of shit, you do walk it back and forth. Like, I mean, someone said it kind of like as an insult to him, but it does fit the profile that he's basically like a battered ex.
I mean, so am I, and I like, was like, fuck that. Like, Patrick knows.
Yeah, I guess
He's
my
been
thing
on the
is
receiving
that
end of my rants.
the walking it back after the computer shit. That was the one I think that burned a lot of people.
Yeah, like you're committing a crime and
Yeah,
there's children
well-
involved here. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just wait until you hear what he says.
Oh, lovely.
All right. Okay. I'll answer that. I'll answer that in a little bit. We got the Booch here. Real Spoilers gifted a membership. Thank you.
Rich blocked me on his stream for stating my opinion on him. I hope Rich learns from this experience. He should learn and be better, and I hope he does.
Well, that's nice. Some positivity. As for Rich blocking you on his stream, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. But Bobby, I love you. You know I love you. We got Jacobs here. Jacob says, listen, lay your final statement on my lips. That's not all. That's not the only place I put it.
Congratulations.
So, I'm
Oh
a
my
positive
God.
streamer. Today is going to be a mixture of positivity.
You know
and
what's
unfortunately,
crazy
a
is
little bit
Sexy
of negativity.
Coco came back
Yeah.
to Rich, and now now he or she's in Jay's chat.
I believe it's a he. Sexy Coco got burned by Rich because they were doxxed. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I just noticed the soundboard. Like, he's already starting with the soundboard. It's literally like father like son right now.
Oh God.
Based on the past. But,
Hell yes! Manipulate me more.
See, there you go.
Baby, cream.
Will you please stop?
Ani, thank you for the membership and the donation. Thank you for falling for my manipulation.
Can't
here.
wait to see
How many
Cousin
people in the chat have
Tipster.
seen the
Oh,
documentary?
for fuck's sake!
Let's get to the point of this
I thought
stream,
he
'cause I know
said
there's a lot of people here
Hani
watching,
for a sec, but
wondering
it's Oni.
my thoughts on it, wondering how I feel, wondering how Rich and I are at the moment. I'm assuming a lot of people have watched the documentary.
Yo, Huggy, I see you there.
So a lot of people did. Rich Rod, what's going on?
You won't believe it, but
Nice to
some
see
of
you.
the
Miserable
evidence
Brian,
we
nice to
found on Rich made it into the documentary.
Yeah.
We we made it into Joon the Kings documentary today.
We have a building list as the smallest channel being on like some of the biggest fucking content creators fucking shit.
Man,
Now, I got
this shit is like the revival of DSP.
Oh yeah. Did you see him
Well,
talking
you
about
can-
that people getting felted and shit? He actually said
You
it.
know what's even funnier too?
Hmm.
Kino is doing it just to twist the knife for Rich.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're literally rebuilding DSP's reputation.
They're literally
not
fixing
only
somebody
that-
else just to make Rich
Yeah.
look worse.
Yeah,
Well, no,
that's great.
it's
I love it.
two-pronged. Like, quite literally, they killed Rich, and now they're, like, killing the fucking Dent tractors.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the most insane... I didn't even think Duty Streams would be that insane, though.
There
Like,
are a
he's
lot of
one-
fucking crazy ones. But like Dark Side to Flow, Duty, a couple other ones, they're like, no, we get it. They know what they're doing.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
Duty was one of them who was, like, at the beginning was, like, really anti what they were trying to do.
I think he was until they saw the fucking actual like
Backlash on...
well no, the actual stream. And they're like, oh, they are still getting slights in, and they're getting more out of them this way. It's like, yeah, you get more
Well,
flies
I
with
mean,
honey
they-
than you do with vinegar. Duh.
I mean, some of them they didn't even know they were doing, like when Andy pointed out the Hulk Hogan one.
Really? He didn't even know?
No, he didn't know. He's like explaining it on the last stream they did. I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't even know you were sliding him with it?
Yeah, I thought that was like an on purpose. Holy shit. Andy's an
No,
idiot.
no.
I love it.
There's a reason why he's the autistic phoenix. Like,
The autistic phoenix.
yeah, he's even said that, like, when he came back from the aim thing, he said the autistic phoenix rises again. Like, he's literally, he, like, literally leans into it, and I love it.
From the ashes, my own retardation, I am born again.
And then he ended up hooking up with PPP because Surfer went full bitch mode. And he's like, I remember the police call. He's like, he's threatening to kick my ass. And it's like, and then like you see Ash is like, what are you fucking doing? It's like 3 in the morning. Like, I'll call my brother and I'll leave. It's like, yeah, he's right here talking to me. It's like, yeah, because he fucking lives there too, you fucking twat. Like, yeah, and then fucking he goes, hooks up with Andy. They make Kino, and he starts doing fucking gangbusters. And then all of a sudden, like, you see Surfer like clinging to like Daimyo and fucking Ralph, just trying to like get licks into Ashton, and like it's just. It's like, well, you could have just not been a dick. I mean, this guy you treated like he was your brother, and then you like go to Ralph. Like, okay, buddy. as you would say, Surfer. Okay, buddy. Like,
Oh man.
But let's get to this J shit. Like, I
To you,
mean,
we got Marlo
otherwise
here.
we're gonna be late.
Or Marlin, I should say. Connor is here. What's going on? Josh is here. We got a lot of people here today. Congratulations. See, this shows how many people want the drama. So I think it would be kind of unfair for me to say that I'm not going to watch the documentary on here, which
I'll be
I've made a final
right back.
decision on that. That's why this isn't called Let's Watch the Documentary.
And it's buffering.
right when he leaves too, just to like rub it in. Like,
But yeah, like the stuff today has just been crazy. I mean, fucking Fratanga is like going nuts over it as well.
I didn't think Rich would. I knew Rich would explode, but I didn't know that he would like immolate to the degree he is.
Well, I mean, Rich has always been like the fucking septic truck mission from Saints Row 2.
What the fuck is
Just
that?
spraying shit everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm guessing he ended the stream.
Septic Avenger.
What the
I
fuck
think
is
that's what
going-
it was called, right?
I think it's been so long since I played that game, but I think you're right, or you're close to it at least.
Yeah, I think I'm on the I think I'm on the ball with that one.
Yeah.
Septic Avenger.
I kind of want to go back and play it.
Dude, Saints Row 2 was was like one of the best games ever.
It was back when it was trying to like mock GTA, but it still wasn't like too
Well, I
over the
mean,
top. Like,
well, that they were in Saints Row 2, they did that for like one of the commercials when it came to GTA 4. It's
What
like,
is going
would you
on?
rather drive a septic truck, or would you rather go bowling? You know? And it's
yeah,
got like a representation of Nico's cousin.
To go. So I'm pretty fucking dizzy, and I have back medication in me right now. So
I mean, I obviously know the answer. Just like the answer to who's inside my ass right now. Darth Vader.
Sexy Coco.
you know what Jay looks like here
yeah, that's.
Ah.
What?
is Steve DeLeve would listen to Aerosmith. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think. I mean, Steve would grow out his hair. He wouldn't wear a wig under a hat.
I just can't pick. I just see like Steve DeLeve fused with Steven Tyler, like, and I just can't unsee it.
Duty Stream says till next week. Here, ready, guys? Even if Rich lost his mind and started talking to me about me again, look me in the look, Duty, look me in the eyes, Duty. Duty, look me in the eyes. I swear on my mother's life that she's still alive, and Murray's life, and my cat's life. I will never ever do a stream about Rich again. I'm sure he'll pop up. Somebody will say like, "Hey, what
I
about Rich?"
love the hair
But
Dune Foot Plan for life.
that's it. That's it. This is it. And I swear on one's 2
JKB,
cents
what's
life.
cheaper, streaming or cable TV?
Streaming, dude. Cable TV is going to add up, and you're not going to get what you want on demand. There you go. Also, I swear on Duty Stream's life that this is the end. This is it. This is it. So, there's a lot of things I want to clear up. What is going on? Oh, you became a member. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Okay, so Rob says it was a hard watch,
It was a hard watch.
which I'm hearing that across the board. Like nothing was new in the documentary, which we knew that was going to happen. It's kind of like he took everything and just put it into the documentary. So again, for me to go through the documentary with you guys is fucking pointless. Real Spoiler says we love you, Jay. I appreciate that, dude. Bobby says
Gonna be real, he really should stream on his main channel. It's insane he isn't, and using the little one is will. I hope Rich does go back to tech one day.
well, I hope you get your wishes,
Listen,
man.
look me in the pit.
Dream.
Yeah, I feel like everybody feels like everybody knows everything about that documentary. So let me clear up a few things out of the documentary that I know of. Not mistakes, but I just want to make comments on that. So number one, in the beginning of the documentary, he states how many times he thanks 3 kilobytes, thanks me, thanks everybody. So I'm going to just speak directly without any planning here. I didn't write anything down. This is just me talking. So he talked about thanking me back in the day. This is like 2010. And he thanks me and he says, hey, without Jay, the channel wouldn't be where it is. Without Jay, the channel wouldn't be where it is. I will say that back in the day, my channel was bigger than his, and we helped him. So that's why he's saying that back then, over and over and over. And he was grateful back in the day for that. I never said that he wasn't. That's correct in the documentary. So that portion there is 100% correct. I put one of his reviews on my channel, which back in the day, was crazy. Nobody did that. So he reviewed Dead Space. I put it on the main channel. He got 500 subs out of it. And
Come in my butthole. And so it shall.
I'm trying to explain things, and
Dream hole.
that got me bricked up.
Turn your fucking alerts off, you retard.
Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everyone that's here. So thank you for the support, by the way. You know, you guys have been incredible for the last 5 months. So to start this off, I'm going to go over the whole history as much as I feel like talking about, and then I'm going to cap it off on how I feel about the documentary, and then I'm going to discuss how Rich and I are right now, currently. So 2010 helped him out. I'm going to turn the notifications down a bit here. Hang on. That way they're not driving us nuts. Jostler, thank you, dude. Confused says, JKB, what would you do if the prices went so crazy the price of bread went up to $500 a slice? Dude, come on. I'd befriend you and a baker and sleep with you both. So yeah, I've been a YouTuber since 2009. Rich and I got together in 2010 as friends. Did that turn down, or is that just...
So crazy that the price of bread went up to $500 per slice.
I would hang myself. That'd be the end of my... I love bread. I got 2 loaves of bread in the fucking... that thing over there.
You know who else loves bread?
Yeah,
Mr.
you know what? I'm going to mute
Beast.
them for now. Hang on, guys.
Yes, comrade.
Okay, so let me get this out of the way. And also, I'm going to make this very clear. If anybody has any questions at all about anything, this is the last stream that you can ask me these questions and I'll actually answer them. So let me say that again. Ask me anything about anything. And if I want to answer it, this is the last stream I'm going to do it that has to do with Rich. So get it out now. There's a lot of people here that just want that dirt or they want that. Ask me.
More.
Did Rich ever send...
Oh, yeah.
Did Rich ever see your nudes? I think I might have sent a photo of my balls to him once, like 4 years ago. So there you go, Duty. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
God,
So there's
he
your
is
answer.
just like Rich with this fucking soundboard.
Tech therapy.
Even with the gay jokes, man, like seriously.
Yeah.
Rich without like the 300 extra pounds.
It's like the ex-lover bit is actually real.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I do still love you. So I'll answer if Rich and I are cool in a bit, because there's a lot I have to go through here. So ask your questions. If I don't answer them, keep asking them. So in 2010, we got to be friends. In 2000, whenever I started editing for him, maybe about 5.5 years ago. The documentary is pretty precise on what I saw when it comes to him and I working together. It did not cover a lot of the work that we did together. And I think it's safe to say and fair for me to say that I'm proud of a lot of the really cool things that we did together. In terms of the documentary and Rich getting out of hand, to say the least, in certain cases, I think that he's aware of the fact that he got out of hand. I think that he probably regrets some of it, probably, you know, is not too happy about it. But, I mean, we're now in 6 months later. So I just want to say this. It's hard for me to comment on anything negative he said. I'm assuming a lot of what he said was just nonsense that he, you know, that you say when you're angry. You know, like, I don't think he meant a lot of what he said. I think that a few things he said really bothered me, which I'll touch on myself. And, oh, he's here. Here he is.
You see that?
No. I see the dono, yeah.
What?
The one and only.
Right there. It says, I sleep in Jay's bed on weekends.
Wow.
What? Like, goddamn. $20 just to say that stupid shit. Even
No,
if
yeah.
that,
Who groomed who? Was Jay always like this, or was Rich always like this?
I think it's
I
both.
think it was Rich.
I think it's both. I think they're both always been like this, and we wanted to believe Jay when he was getting Rich's shit.
I don't know. I think it's all on Rich's side. It's like the dude's obsessed with fucking cock and like chickens and everything. It's just, I don't know.
Touch on myself. And, oh, he's here. Here he is. The one and only, the man whose career, I don't even know what the name of the doc was today. What was the documentary called? The Failure of RTU. See, the documentary could be named whatever you want. I feel like him and I made some really good content together. And I do want to say that I'm proud of some of the stuff that him and I made together. When we were on, we were really on. And when we got some of those tech videos together, we did an amazing job together, doing those together. I'm not going to say like, oh, I did everything. You know,
Stay together one more time, motherfucker.
Okay, you're really proud of the work that you guys did. So you're proud of being like the fucking
the guy who ripped off magazine articles. Good job.
No. Seriously, like the fucking Fratanga video I showed you, like where where Fratanga takes what he says in his most recent video and then has Rich respond to him like he was doing with Boogie
yeah.
about the Xbox One S or Series S.
Yeah.
It's like, did you even fact check him or did you just let him run with a spiel of bullshit? Jay, come on.
It's basically like Jay said, like, I was an effective stooge. Like,
This take a screen cap of his face right here with his hands folded. Because that looks like a good meme. It's like, would you rather, like, one or two option? It's like, be with Rich or be without Rich. You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
At this point in time, again, it's redundant to talk about the same thing over and over and over. So it's difficult for me, and I've told him this directly, that, yeah, there's a few things that he said to me or that happened that I'm not, like, super happy about, and we're going to get to some of the other stuff at the end. Don't worry. But, yeah, he says I sleep in Jay's bed on the weekends. Now I have to wash the sheets. When everything
the
started
sheets
to take
big
place,
enough for him to get
well,
under?
let me just say this. Watching the documentary actually was pretty... It bothered me.
It sounds like you need a
seeing
rain
Rich
tarp
say
to
those things
cover
about
his
me again,
ass.
Yeah.
it got me pissed off. He's here. He's watching. He knows this. He must know this. Seeing some of the stuff that Rich said about me and seeing how it was handled and stuff, we all, again, yes, I know I'm repeating, and he knows that I'm repeating this, so I'm not happy about that stuff. And that's not something I'm going to just forget. So I want to make one thing clear here, because so many people are asking, are Rich and I best friends all of a sudden? No. Are Rich and I talking about doing streams together? I think what happened there was, at some point, him and I were saying, months ago, let's do some streams together again. Like, let's move on. Months ago, we said these things. He's here. He's watching right now, so we can clear this up. And this is not disrespecting him. This is just my personal preference. I think he might have said today, like, oh, we're going to still do that. But him and I haven't really talked about that for a long time. At least, and I'm being honest, I don't remember mentioning anything of that nature. I think we were going to do a stream together at some point to clear the air. That didn't happen. And then it might have, you guys know it was very confusing, even for me. So I think today is a good day to basically say that there's no way that I would want to work with Rich, and I don't think he'd want to work with me in terms of videos ever again, because some people were like, are you and Rich going to do videos again? No. I love what I do on here, and this is not a disrespect to him. He can go do whatever he wants. But I do not want to edit for anybody ever again. So that's number one. Number two, him and I had a conversation. So I know people are going to be mad, but him and I had a conversation. I told him that I'm not happy about what he said. He said what he said to me. We don't need to go into details. That doesn't mean I'm not, cordial with the guy. I mean, what people don't understand is this. Him and I known each other since 2010. It's not like just a work relationship. So it was a friendship, then it was a work relationship. That turned sour. That's why on Twitter, the last couple of days or a week ago, I made some jokes and I made a comment that I miss the jokes that him and I did. That does not negate everything that happened. So let's just be clear about that. Him and I are not sending flowers to each other and holding hands and fucking baking cakes together. So I want to get that out of the way. I don't know how else to say this, because I said it directly to Rich. I'm sure he's watching still. I'm not happy with what happened. He says that it should have been off the internet. I kind of fucking agree with that. And at the end of the day, when I got hacked, Rich reached out to me directly and was like, what the fuck happened? And he basically said, I had nothing to do with that. So I took that as his statement that he had.
I'm going to put this on normal speed.
Okay.
Now, because we had prior conversations months before that, the reason why he's saying we're quote unquote cool is because you can call it whatever you want to call it. He's using the word cool. I'm using it as we've moved on. It's the same thing in my own head. You can call us cool. You can call us moved on. The point is, I don't want to relive it every fucking day because it's not fun for me to do that. I didn't have fun watching him belittle me and yell at me and fucking say all this nonsense and then all back and forth. It wasn't fun for you guys.
So
who
now that
watch
Jay
both of us.
Hooft is in the witness
But here's the
protection
thing.
program,
I know I'm bringing it back up and saying that he said these things and blah, blah, blah.
he is
Guys, you have
such
to
an
understand,
asshole.
it's almost
Yeah.
6 months after the fact. I can't sit here and still hate the guy. Like, I don't hate him, but I'm also not looking to be his friend, if that makes sense. He's just a person that I used to know. We have memories together, and we had a discussion about it, and that's where it stands. I'm not phoning him and saying, let's fucking get together and hold hands. I have no plans to work with him, and there's no plans to stream together. I'm assuming he thinks that there was, but I mean, now I'm saying it out loud, and it's no disrespect to him. I just want to move on from it completely because it was a bad time for me, and I just don't want anything to do with it. So that's my statement on that part of the documentary. It's pointless to bring up all the negativity from that documentary. If you want to go see the doc, I'm sure somebody could post it somewhere. You can go watch it. So there's other parts of this that I will explain. So number one, when the computer was sent to me, it was supposed to go to Phil. Apparently. At least that's what he said in the video. It came to me. We all know what happened with that
Our
situation.
video.
So now let me jump forward.
Exactly.
Say our name.
Man, this is great. So not only did June, but Jay. Man,
And
that
Rich.
thing went.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I just wanna,
He's like,
I wanna.
no, the one that was supposed to go to DSP had a thread ripper in it.
You know what's
that was
gonna
his
be
fucking
crazier?
coke defense.
DSP's gonna respond to it.
Oh.
I
I just want to
Dude.
look like Jay in the eyes and be like, "Say our name. Say our name."
I just want to.
Okay.
I want Rich to say it. Say it. Say it, motherfucker. Say
I'll
Gigi
take.
and Patrick felt in your ass.
The Strictly
I
crew
can't-
just kneeled on me.
Dude, the whole thing, like the whole Adam Krigler bit where he like guesses it.
Yeah.
He just admits to it. And if this forensic shit turns out to be him, his IP address, he's so fucked.
Well, what I love is that his whole spiel and his whole shtick this whole time, because I've unfortunately been watching him, has been Jay exonerated me. This doesn't sound like Jay exonerated me. This sounds like Jay wants nothing to do with me.
Yeah, Jay exonerated me about the Dropbox. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You're the one who brought it up. You deleted those streams. However, there are recordings, Rich, and that got you in a tizzy when June put them in there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Man.
To the hacking situation and how Rich is involved with it. And I'm just being 100% honest. I haven't talked to Rich about this part. The IP address that was listed on that computer was shown on one of his streams. Did he do it on purpose?
Whoa.
I don't think he did.
Whoa.
Obviously, I don't think he did.
Yeah.
But I don't know the answer.
Whoa.
It was shown on one of his streams. That was one of the ones he deleted.
Holy shit. That's not
But
good.
this is the best part.
Answer to that. I'm sure he'll message me or somebody will say that. But the IP address to that computer was shown around the time when he asked people to get dirt on me. And that still bothers me to this day, obviously. And I'll follow that up with saying that due to the investigation that we did on the PC, without getting into super details, Rich has denied it, and I accept that. Fine, he didn't do it. That's 100% fine. I will say this live for the first time ever. IP address came from New York State. So somebody logged into
Damn. Oh, he's fucked. He's fucked. He's fucked. This is why he
never
lost
told
his shit.
Rich. Mhm.
Oh.
It's
Oh
like,
my
"Jay,
god.
Mila, I can explain. I mean,
Oh
did you
my
see that
god, he is fucked. Oh.
the collage that I linked to you? It's like, let me on for a sec, dude. Jesus Christ, this is nuts. No way in hell I had anything to do with any of this. Why would I risk a felony and ruining my life over internet bullshit? I can't wait till you do, Lamau. I hope you can save the name.
It's like,
How the
why would
hell would I know?
risk everything? I mean, you've just publicly doxed how many people? Like, you were, like, friends with shadow government. Like, I
I
don't
mean, you're
know.
willing to have worked with a
like-
dude who had felonies. I mean, you were pretty much committing a fucking felony when you dox Review Critic USA.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on. You risk like the fucking bullshit that you do, the threats, the psychotic rants and everything. You're risking like committing a felony practically every night.
He reminds me of like what Ralph sometimes tries to do. Like, you're aping as some big mafia boss, and you're just a fat dude that makes videos for people that watch when they shit.
Yeah, the
Like,
Bog Father.
yeah, like, you're not special. Like,
Just because, look, Rich, just because you're Italian doesn't mean that you're part of the mafia. It's the same as like being black doesn't make you part of the Black Panthers, or white doesn't make you part of the Ku Klux Klan, even though you'll probably say that it does.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I mean, he's that simple-minded, yet Again, it's like, dude, he just the IP address that hacked him came from New York State. Is just
He showed the IP and the hack came from New York State. Like, yeah, it's fucking. I don't care
I
what
mean
you
the
say. You're not going to convince me that it's not someone that Rich doesn't know at this point.
There's too
and
many
here's
conveniences.
well,
Like,
that's the thing. It's like someone could have like been trolling with it and just decided to fuck with Rich and use a VPN, like what he was
Oh yeah,
accusing Andy of doing when it came to the Dropbox. Like that's the only fucking out he has. The only out is that it was just some fucking troll who
but
wanted
even
to
then,
fuck with
if
him.
you get that, if he gave the IP that accessed him, and you did
Mhm.
a IP lookup tool, which I mean, totally legit, totally above board, you could typically find out what city it came from, which is something you
Yeah.
can't do with a VPN
Mm-hmm.
without like having really high end paying for it shit. Like
Yeah.
most VPNs, like you might be able to pick New York City, but that's about it, or LA or Chicago, like kind
I
of
mean,
like the
it
main
major
depends
areas.
metro
on.
areas.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it depends on like what kind of VPN service you have because I know with three of them, Virtual Shield, you can actually pick the major metropolitan cities. I'm using Nord right now, which allows you to get through major nodes
Yeah.
that are close to major cities or in major cities. So it varies.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say, like, if it came back, like, I'm just picking a city in like upstate New York, like Woodbury or Westchester or something like that.
Albany.
Yeah, like it just there's a higher level to that,
Hmm.
a higher level of likelihood, anyway.
Well, yeah, and,
Again, it's just that if it's a VPN, that's the only out he has. And
yeah,
the
and at
fact
what
that he's
point
like
do we look at the
fretting over this shit.
conveniences?
I mean, that's the thing. When Dickers gets upset and he starts fretting over shit, that's when you know he's guilty.
Well, yeah, that's just how like Boogie's
Oh
fake
yeah,
confidence. Like,
yeah. I just I I I I don't know how he's going to get around that because, like, I know looking up my own IP address, you look up my IP address comes to the town I'm in, which is a suburb of a major city. It's
Hmm.
not just tied broadly to the major city. Like, so if it comes back and it's the same town as him, oh, that'd be bad.
yeah,
And I don't know how you're going to
No
get around
denying
that.
it. Because isn't he like in the Buffalo area, like where Keem's at?
No, no, he's down southeastern. That's why I said like Westchester, Woodbury, stuff like that. Like he's down the very southeastern portion of New York,
Okay, so he'd be closer to like New
Manhattan,
Jersey and
and all that.
Staten
Yeah,
Island.
yeah.
Gotcha.
That computer from a New York State IP address into the PC. Is there a possibility it has something to do with the Dropbox? There's a possibility. There's no way to prove any of this stuff. I'm not saying it was Rich. I'm saying that I have solid 110% proof, and Cyril Vapus can come over and look at it himself and show you guys. So I have a second party person. I'll get my roommate to show it. I'll get fucking Justin to show it if we need to show it. But an IP address logged into that computer from New York City. I looked into it. Obviously, I made a police report when I was getting death threats and when my account was hacked. The police department took all information, and including Rich's information. I don't know if they ever contacted him. I have no idea what's going on with that. Due to the fact that it wasn't a lot of money, they basically said to me, like, we can take the report in, and when it comes to getting doxxed or getting a death threat against you, if anything comes through the department, somebody calls in and says, hey, Jay's up in the fucking church with a gun, they're going to call me first. So that's all that did. Now, I will say this as well. I was contacted from New York by the police in New York. And there was conversations between police in New York City and me sitting here in Canada. So that's ongoing as well. So I'm being completely open with you guys when it comes to that situation. The hacking situation is not over by any means. Rich says he had nothing to do with it. I highly believe him. I don't know how he would have anything to do with it. However, there
You
was
don't?
one stream where
Oh
my
my
IP
God.
he
address was
gave
on
you
the
the
stream.
laced system.
So
It'd be like somebody lacing your drink. I don't know how they violated me. Like, they just gave me everything
It's
they
even
needed
worse
to
than
do.
that. It's like Rich has a degree in chemistry. We found Rufalin in a high enough dose that it would have knocked you out in your drink. Rich was the one to hand you the fucking drink.
Yeah.
Like there's way too many things here pointing a certain direction about a certain fucking person.
I mean, after all, his nickname in the chemistry college or the chemistry department was Dr. Rohypnol.
You mean Rape It Rich?
Rape it rich. Oh my
Rape It Rich,
god.
like Rape It Ralph.
Yeah.
I swear to God, he has like all the fucking pig. He's got like all the fucking pig nicknames Ralph does at this point.
It really
The
does.
rage pig, the rape pig.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Jay's a fucking idiot for saying I highly believe him.
Yeah,
Really?
I wanted to say that like he's like I highly like I don't even know, like that sentence doesn't make sense to me even.
It's like he's
highly
Bojack racing.
I think he's just stringing Rich along just to keep him sedated.
He
a
could
bit.
be. He could be. And like if that's the fucking move, you're great at chess, buddy. You win.
I mean, the police might have told him to do it, so that way, like,
Well, I mean, the police wouldn't tell you to engage. Period.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we seen with Rich, it's like, the police told me to make a video because it'll help him get more evidence. It's like, really?
well, it's probably the same friend in the FBI Boogie has.
Oh my gosh. They're all talking to the same person, and this is one retard.
I just like the idea that it's like some deep-seated troll that has a government job. That's like, I'm gonna use this to bring down these fucks.
like Comcast guy for DSP.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically, he's
God.
like an inside. This is all an inside job from the feds. And Ricade is like, "You're going after me too, right?" And they just turn their back. You're coming
What?
after me too, right? Like hoping that they give him like the out, like. Like Ricada
Oh, no.
FBI agent.
Oh
Like-
no, yours is legit. Yours we didn't have to make up.
It's like I streamed Johnny Depp. Ricada won. Nick won FBI agent. Like just shuffling off into the corner.
That's the funny thing. I think Nick wanted to be like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I think to some extent he might want to be. Yeah, I think he's trying that right now with his case.
We got the
Yeah.
drug part down. Like
Nick Ricada and Blow.
like you realize that was a movie, right? Like
No, it was an autobiography turned into a movie.
I just can't wait till he comes out dressed like a pirate. Like for him just to do the fucking Captain Jack thing, and then he comes out as Willy Wonka. I'm like, oh, now I see why that
he's
one
getting the
charge was
tattoos
on it.
for it and everything.
I don't know what to say about that. I'm just being 100% honest. The time frame doesn't look great because somebody obviously saw it on there and took it off there. That stream, I believe, is not on his page anymore. Again, it was on the background when he was showing Dropbox stuff, I'm assuming. And
Oh, I do remember
so
that
there,
now.
well, Rich is saying, no, it was not me. So again,
Yeah, it was that screenshot that he had to show like
Yeah.
what place accessed it when he was trying to accuse Andy and PPP of doing it.
Yeah, I remember that now. Oh my god. What a
Mhm.
fucking idiot. This man has literally implicated himself in every fucking crime that he's committed. This is
Well, I mean,
this is like liar liar, but from the criminal perspective.
One of those
Yeah.
things where it's like maybe if I'm just this stupid, they won't charge me.
I swear Jay should be the Jim Carrey in that bit. It's like, stop breaking the law, asshole. It's like, it's Skull. He flipped over another ATM. He wants your illegal advice.
This pen is blue. I said J, a hacked PC. Like,
The
what
pen is blue. It's goddamn blue. He's trying to stay rich.
You just start screaming Dropbox, Dropbox, Dropbox.
Dropbox. Black gay porn, black gay porn.
Jay Hoof vindicated me, guys. I've got it on the flop. I got it on this USB stick and 17 other places that I'll forget.
I'm sorry,
The
but that's
dude
still
had-
the best shit ever. I've got it right here on the GPS drive. 5 minutes
And he
later,
just tosses
completely
it.
loses the USB drive.
He tosses it. It was like toss and forget. It's like the motherfucker can't find a Steam Deck yet. He's going to find like 17 other hiding places for this evidence that he backed up. And did you see him bitching about the word intoxicated?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was fucking great.
Quite literally, it's the same thing with family and the definition of it when he was going at Phil.
Oh my god. Yeah, he did that shit, and I was just like, he's like, I don't know, I've made some mistakes. I was like, he's like, my family's made some mistakes and stuff like that, and I was like, yeah, your father did, not buying condoms. Your mother did, not having a hysterectomy. Like, I was going at him in that chat at that time.
I'm not saying it was Rich. I'm just telling you the facts. We looked at the computer, and there was an IP address logged in from New York. So, and I got a phone call from the police department, which also was confirmed to be the real police from New York City. I'm not a jackass. I want to remind you guys as well, Justin, who is a police officer, has been my, whatever you want to call it. He is literally
Liaison
my
officer.
Yeah.
My go-to. I don't know how else to explain it to you
Oh,
guys.
by the way,
he
plus,
gave me all the advice. He's been a police officer for.
you should pull up those tweets or the chats from Rich. Oh, hey, there they are. Nice.
Let me on for a second, dude. Jesus Christ, this is nuts. No way in hell I had anything to do with this. Why would I risk a felony ruining my life over internet bullshit?
Oh my god.
I can't wait till you do, Lamau. I hope you could say the name. How the hell would I know who hacked him, Lamau?
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
Oh man, that's just too funny.
Wait, let me explain.
It's like the kid when his mom walks in on him. He's like, I
It
was
was a
checking for a virus.
I was scared of the virus.
Well, why would
And
your
my foot
pants
fell
down?
They just fell down because I jumped up.
No, Rich, we see you looking at the Dropbox again, but it was a virus, Ma.
It's not my Dropbox.
It's from my ex-fiance.
Well, how'd they get her Dropbox? Well, she had a virus, and then it came to me.
Man, Rich, you are so fucking cooked.
20 years. He's the one that told me to go to the police department, make the report, make sure that all of the information I have is given to them. So this is the first time I've told you guys this. The PC, unfortunately, if you're going to put a backdoor in there, there's many different ways to do it. The information I have basically right now is that if you're going to really embed like a backdoor into Windows, it has to be done through the OS. And if it's deleted after the fact, it is extremely hard to find any evidence of it being there in the first place. So the PC is still sitting right here, and we are continuing to look at it. Now, unfortunately, some of that stuff is taking way longer than I wanted. So that, I'm just bringing this up. It's not over with. I'm not laying down and being like, well, the hacking thing happened, that's that. I'm doing my best to find out who did this. And right now, that's all of the information I have to share with you guys. when it comes to that. Now, I've gotten information about other things, has nothing to do with Rich, and it's hopefully going to lead to something. So not only was the hacking situation fucking waking up in the morning and seeing that was absolutely insane to me, and I still, I still fucking get like nervous about that. I had to change my phone numbers, I had to change my accounts, I had to change my PSN fucking emails. I had to do like in 10 days I had to do so much work, change cards, change accounts. I had to go to my doctor's office to explain the situation that took place, which I already explained to you guys already. Somebody had called my doctor. Somebody called my fucking pharmacy. Somebody had called a pizza place. I mean, it was ridiculous. So obviously, that's as much as I can say about that situation. And again, people are like, well, you didn't report this. You didn't do that. Justin and his brother, who I work with, are police officers. You guys think I just sat here and just went, wow, well, I got hacked and that's that. And again, I didn't, what's the word here? I didn't report it due to the internet shit that was happening. I did it because I was fucking hacked. And that crossed a line that's absurd to me. So those are the hard statements there. Rich has said he hasn't done it, and the police have that statement. I've given that statement to them, and I don't think they've contacted him. And he's in the chat saying he had nothing to do with it. I don't think Rich would do that. It does not make sense.
He said
to
no,
fucking hack me around the same
we gotta look
time
somewhere else.
that we're having this like internet beef. So hopefully that turns that whole fucking chat in, that situation. Hopefully that turns it in, and that's it. There's not much more I want to say about it, and it's unfortunate it came to that, and I am going to find out who did it. It's taking a little bit more time, and there's a reason the PC is still here. And I don't really want to talk about that any much more. If I find out who's done it, and we're legally allowed, then I would fucking tell you guys. But at this point in time, I don't know anything else about it. So that's the hacking situation, which happened. I don't know how else to explain that. So at the end of the day, that's that. So Rich is saying, like, let me come on and explain, dude. I mean, it's clear as day here. Let's just move on from it. He says he has nothing to do with it. So, yeah. Listen, look at this. Ready for this? If the name came back and I found out that Rich did it, you guys would be the first to know. And I would phone Rich right away and be like, hey, buddy, remember when you said you didn't do this? Well, here you go. Now, I'm not saying it was him whatsoever.
I'm just saying that Rich will know first
not going to fucking let the whole PC thing go because of how much stress.
Yeah, he'd literally have a cop knocking at his door. And he's
Yeah.
like, please don't do this to me. I have a blind daughter. You mean the one that you blinded yourself? Yeah, but I still have a blind daughter. I have a family. My mom's in the hospital. Don't do this.
Don't worry. We're investigating all that too.
Can you imagine that though? Like, no, I'm gonna phone him up and give him a piece of my mind. Yeah, I'm sure the cops are gonna be like, you know what? This dude broke the law, but you know what? Why don't you give him a little hi?
Yeah,
like,
we'll wait. We'll wait for you to make content. Man, you're not going to know until
Yeah.
after he's arrested anyway. It'll be like, look, we arrested Rich.
Yeah, you'll know when they ask you to make a statement for the court. Like,
Fucking stress I had to go through on that. Like, that's fucked up. So, that's the hacking situation. Now, let's get back to the whole Rich thing back and forth here. At the end of the day, I feel like none of this should have went on the internet. It got out of hand. It's fucking ridiculous. And I told you guys already, I'm not happy about some of the stuff he said. I think 80% of it was anger. You know, I've known him forever. He's known me forever in fucking like internet terms. So let me just say this: the documentary today, in my opinion, was, I think everybody already knows the whole documentary in a sense. Here's my statement on the documentary: the stuff with BBC. I like how his name's BBC. That's fucking hilarious. But
The
that stuff's
BBC.
like funny to me because it was like a playful back and forth thing between two channels roasting each other. So that right there, that's so whatever in the past. Like that. I don't know why that's actually in the documentary.
Really? That was playful? Dude getting ripped off of $200 is playful to you?
No, that's Big Cheese. He's talking about Blackbuster Critic,
Oh.
which is the one that went after him for the fucking camera for grifting. And
Oh wait,
like,
I was thinking of BCC.
Yeah,
the Big
Yeah.
Cheese
yeah.
Crusaders.
There's
Well, it's just-
there's an entirely odd amount of BC lettering black people in this involvement with Rich. I'm
Remember
just
when
gonna
I
point
said
that
it in the group chat? Where I'm like, he seems to like rip off and be really mean to a lot of African Americans.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder. And then he's trying to make rap music. I wonder if he's not trying to say something. Good,
Well, I
I
mean,
wanna-
look, he's Italian. He knows how to handle the moulignons.
I kind of want to open his closet and see if there's a little pointy hat in there.
Some white sheets, some small holes in
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
what
my
is
God.
this? What is this, Rich?
I don't get why like Jay is surprised that all this stuff's in there. It's all part of his lineage. It's all part of his history. The one thing that Joon did that I can say because I did do a lot of research on Rich, he's the first person to lay everything out chronologically aside from that making of an e-beggar and actually put like dates and channel sizing to it. So like I didn't know that Rich's channel was as small as it was when all the Big Cheese stuff took off. I thought he was a lot bigger of a channel, especially by the way Rich portrays himself in that situation. I didn't realize that he was sub 500,000 people at that point even.
Well,
I kind
he's
of
a
remember him
5,000
being.
person.
I remember that because he only just got the million like a couple of years ago, and that was because of the Quantum TV bullshit.
Yeah, and then like it was just nice because like he had stuff like Shadow's Government. I looked hard into that as best I could for my show. I could not find much on that. So I'm surprised that he found as much as he did, and it looked like a lot of the shit he got was through Wayback Machine and fucking Internet Archive and all that, which I didn't do. But like,
Well, I mean, a
it's
lot of the stuff
hard to
that he
find shit.
showed, I mean, a lot of the stuff he showed, it was on like Kino Casino. Like Andy
Yeah.
and PPP went over like a video that had the list of all of his crimes, that news video
Yep.
talking about him. Like they had all that stuff. Hell, they even had his death record.
But like he was even saying like he only found a couple things here and there through Internet Archive when he was searching for stuff. He's like I there wasn't even any posts or any of that available, but thankfully I was able to find a couple things through, I think it was Internet Archive that he did.
Yeah, and there was a few from the way back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
I don't
exceedingly
know.
hard to find that shit.
For me, the whole documentary, like it didn't. I don't know why people thought it was gonna be like some revolutionary, mind blowing thing. Like I knew what it was going to be. I knew it wasn't gonna show any new information from us. What I knew it was gonna do is put all the things we know on the center stage for the normies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the
the
thing.
signal boost.
I mean, seriously, just our little clip getting in there, like even if it doesn't play in full, like that shit, I doubt Joon would have been able to get that for him. Like he would be referencing maybe a tweet where
Yeah.
Rich was offering the PC to DSP, but we've got video fucking evidence of him linking that computer
Yeah.
to Jay.
To Jay and to DSP, like, and it's just fucking nuts, and it's on side scrollers who also didn't have a good history, so it's not people that are going to be charitable to Rich, like, which I think, what did I
Well,
say?
you said to Rich, they wouldn't be charitable to
No,
DSP, but
they're not charitable to Rich. They don't like Rich.
well,
'cause
back in
remember
the day
that's
they were.
well, I'm just saying this isn't too far from around the time of, well, you're just a token gay guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
that
like,
was
and that's
before,
the other
though,
thing
so.
is that they're also not charitable to DSP either. Like they have
Mhm.
no skin in this. So when Rich brings it up and is talking about that stuff, it's like here's people that don't have anything to lose in this. Like
Mhm.
they're not siding with Rich, they're not siding with DSP, and it just existed on their
I mean,
interview.
I honestly I kind of wish he would have let that clip play out in full because it lays out the entire framework for what would happen.
Yeah, well,
But
he
then
basically fucking admits literally everything. Yeah, like oh
but he
yeah,
doesn't get, but he basically stops right around May. Like he doesn't get into the point where Jay's like computer gets hacked. Like
yeah.
he even left that out of the stream where Rich was going in under Michelle Soguchi and everything.
Yeah. I think he
Which
cut
I don't
some
know
of
if
that
there's
maybe in the interest of not having Rich flag the fucking video.
probably. I mean, I could see that, but I don't know. He should have just left it in because, like, I mean, it's still open-ended. He could have just like said, "Now this is all alleged. This is stuff that is still yet to be concluded as to what actually happened, but this is the general theory or what people have been talking about as of late."
Or he's
Like
waiting
he
for
could
the
have,
whole thing to resolve and he's gonna do a part two.
yeah,
And that'll
probably.
be like one of the main storylines carrying forward.
Hmm. Because I mean, that's like, I mean, that would be one hell of a way how to open up a video. Is just like Rich hack Jay.
Yeah.
Like last time when Joon the King, and then like boom, and then it's like picking up, like the court case is settled. He was found, whatever, like probably guilty, hopefully for our
But no,
benefit.
he actually
Like,
did that with I think it was Wings of Redemption. He did 2 parts.
Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
So
the follow up.
you can actually see like how he will do a follow up, and you probably could base it pretty good on that.
Yeah, but damn, that clip, I kind of wish he played it in full because it's like, I have this computer here that was supposed to go DSP, but it's going to a friend of mine up in Canada.
Yeah.
Like, that would have like been the linchpin. He just like pointed to the computer, said, "I have this computer here that was meant for DSP," and then it cuts. Like, I mean,
Oh no, he does have the goes up to my friend in Canada part in there.
oh, I
Yeah,
guess it
yeah.
kind of glitched out on me when I was watching
Yeah,
it
no,
because I
it
didn't hear that
that's in
bit.
there. It doesn't go into them coming up with the scheme that then is possibly true now, which is what I was hoping would also be in there because it's like, oh my fucking god.
Dude, I mean, that shit, like, you found a gold mine, but like getting it to Andy, it was like pure chance that he
Oh
would pick
yeah.
up on
That's just fucking funny.
it.
Oh man.
I feel like that shouldn't really have been in there. There could have been other things if they're really gonna dig into it, but so that's number one in the documentary. I'll make a statement on that one. That's it. I like that was pointless. Showing that Rich and I have known each other forever, I appreciate that part of the documentary. I'm not taking any credit for the success of ReviewTechUSA over the years. I would say that like the show worked really well together when him and I worked together on the show. When he worked on his in the beginning there, he built it up, and I tried to help him from 3 kilobytes point of view, and the doc shows that. And then I started editing for him, and that's where things started to like really take off, and we hit 1 million subs together, which I'm proud of. You know, there's certain videos that I think are spectacular that we did together. When it comes to the work we did together, I'm proud of it. So, I mean, I don't see why anyone would be mad at me saying that. And again, now leading into what happened between him and I feel like that shouldn't have been on the internet, blah, blah, blah. You already know the answers to that. I'm not happy with what he said. I told it to him. Like, literally, I told him directly that. And, you know, we had a very, very small conversation before I had this stream. And it's one of those things that it's complicated. It's not just like you should hate him or you should move on. It's a little more complicated than that. If you're actually in this from an emotional standpoint, if you're in this for drama, which I understand is totally fair game, a ton of people are making drama content on all of this, which is fine. I have nothing against it. Say whatever you want in that. But I'm trying to say to you,
Well, let me pose this to you, Jay. Wouldn't you think anger is an equivalent emotion or considered emotional, especially when it's towards a fucking piece of shit like Review Tech?
Yeah.
I mean, to separate the two between drama and emotional, I mean, that limits the fucking pool a lot because there are a lot of people who are in the drama sphere for this, but are fucking furious with this piece of shit for how he's been able to get away with all of this. And now he's like crossed a fucking boundary he shouldn't have. Like, that's the only reason why people are trying to hammer him right now.
You guys, it has an emotional side to it that I think only Rich and only I would be able to feel. And that is because we've known each other forever. So me making jokes with him on Twitter is not the same as me fucking going to his house and holding his hand as we sniff roses together. There's two different things happening here. I just wanted people to know that we've known each other for 16 years. And for 10 of those years, we were friends before we had anything going on YouTube together. I helped him there and whatever randomly. But at the end of the day, there's not much else to say about what happened between us. I think when the hacking took place, I roasted him a bit at the end there. I feel like he's watching, so I'll say, like, I feel like, yeah, I think he deserved a little bit of my roasting at the end there based on the stuff that he said to me. And I'm not putting words in his mouth, but I'm assuming he'll say that, yeah, that was fair game. And like I said, I never brought up his kid's situation, and I never brought up his family situation. I did that because I was frustrated, which was totally fair. So that's what happened. I roasted the shit out of him. He roasted me for like 3 months, and I got one good one on him at the end. And when that hacking took place, that's the same line. Well, let me back up on that a little bit. Me getting hacked is nowhere near as serious as what happened to his daughter. And I never made fun of that, never made his family involved, never brought up anything I know personally about him. Him and I know a lot about each other, and it never went in that direction. He did say a few things, like I said, that bothered me, and I told him that. And you got to understand, there's nothing that can be done now. Time can heal all, right? But for me to sit here and be like, I hate Rich, and let's fucking go and attack Rich, I am so over it. You understand that? Like, I had my roasting with him. To go on Twitter and make a joke with him, it's not, the fucking internet's not going to explode. I knew him for 16 years. That doesn't mean we're best friends, guys. Like, I don't understand why that got that out of hand. So, him and I are not working together. I'm not going to stream with him. He's going to do his own thing, and I'm going to do my own thing at this point. This documentary I consider to kind of be a final nail in the coffin of this fucking disaster that happened on the internet. I don't have anything else to really say about the situation, so I'm going to open the floor like I promised you guys, because I think, honestly, you deserve more answers. So ask me anything in the chat for the rest of this stream. I will answer anything I feel like doing. If I don't, I won't. And at the end of the stream, it's over. It's time to walk away from it. I feel like there's nothing left to say here. Rich saw the documentary. He knows his career is not in a great place, which I'm sure he would admit that himself. My career is what it is. I'm not saying I'm better than him now, or I did better now, or this or that. I don't give a two shits. All I want to do is just have fun with you guys again. So let's open the floor to that. Ask me anything. This is the last time I'm going to fucking do it. I swear on Duty Stream's life, on my mom's life, on Murray's life, on Zelda's life. I'm so over this. The only thing I will say at the end of that statement is the fucking PC is still sitting here, and it is going to be absolutely ripped apart down to the fucking kilobytes. Get it? We're going to fucking, that thing is going to be forensically inspected. And when I say forensically inspected, you know what I mean. It's not me turning the computer on like a jackass and going, what happened on this PC? I mean forensically inspected. It takes time to do that, and that's why it's still sitting here. So, let's turn this back on. Let me answer some of these. I appreciate.
Okay. Do you want to hear what some of these questions, or you want to check in on Kino real quick?
I'm watching Kino on the side. They're going over one of Rich's streams right now. So it's up to
They
you
are?
guys. I don't care.
Is it the most recent one? Not like from today, but the night before?
I can't tell.
Is there any? Let me ask this: is there any questions that really like press Jay or anything?
I mean, I think it's mostly like bullshit questions, really. I mean,
Okay.
from what I saw before we even got in here, it seems like most of them were just like rehashing old territory.
I'd say that we switch over then if he doesn't have anything like. If there's nothing like any more insightful, like.
All right, I'll hit it.
We are veering wildly off track. Please continue.